guys, good morning. We are set it off and we are headed across the Gulf of Carpentaria. Hey guys, and welcome back to Sailing with the Jameses. This week we are headed across the Gulf of Carpentaria, a wide, remote and wild body of water located on the northern side of Australia. We have 350 nautical miles to go, and it's one of the most remote stretches of water in Oz. And we've been looking forward to this crossing for months. It's going to be just us, the wind and the sea, and a very long way between landfalls. This is Sailing Across the Gulf of Carpentaria, and it's a passage we won't forget anytime soon. Let's go. Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy? Charlie? James.
The Torres Strait is a shallow and intricate waterway that separates the northern tip of Australia from Papua New Guinea, and it's dotted with over 270 islands. And at the heart of it all is Thursday Island. With roughly around 2,500 people, it's the main administrative center and shopping hub for the region. And today, we are headed to one of the heritage-listed and historical sites on the island known as Green Hill Fort. So we've made it to the top of the Green Hill Fort. You guys can see all the cannons behind me, all the gun placements. This fort was actually built in 1891 to protect the shipping lanes between Australia and Asia. And this is pretty cool. There's tunnels and like pathways below here, and that was used to store ammunition and explosives and everything. And something that's really cool is that none of these guns were actually ever fired. It was purely for defense, which is really cool. But this is now heritage listed, and it's part of the Torres Strait Heritage Trail. And a lot of people come here for the history, but also for the views, because these views are absolutely stunning, and it's 360 degrees. So you can see Emma down there, anchored in the bay. And then you can just see all the way around us. This one here is Prince of Wales Island. Then we've got Friday Island over here. We're currently on Thursday Island. And you can just see the stunning view that's around us. Look at how big these guns are, and all next to them are these little hidey holes too. Alright, so just below us is the underground tunnels. So you can go down, but everything is coordinated off down there. So you come down the stairs, there's a door right here, and if you look in, there's another door, and then you can sort of see the archway of the tunnels. So it looks like one of the societies here keeps it maintained. And then over here is another door. Just here, but the door is closed and it's behind bars. It looks like there's another one over there, and everything's shut. But these are the entrances to the underground tunnel. How you think, Charlie girl?
Good.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to see them.
Alright, so we just peeled up the anchor. We just anchored in this anchorage just behind us at TI, Thursday Island. And today, this morning, we're going to be heading across the channel and to Horn Island and check out and explore Horn. And this part, it's high tide at the moment, so it looks like pretty deep water all around. But there's actually sandbanks throughout this entire area. And so there's channel markers straight up ahead. There's two really big sandbanks. So it's sort of like an S-bend that we've got to go through, and we're going to go to the anchorage on the other side. This is a really good depiction of the sandbars. This one right here is just underneath the water, just peeking a little bit over here. We've got the red marker here, we've got another marker over there, and we're going to be aiming through this gap, and then we're going to go that anchorage over there. Horn Island is located just south of Thursday Island in the Torres Straits, and it offers a more protected anchorage, especially in the steady southeast trade winds. It has a smaller population than TI, but it is rich in history, culture, and significance. During World War II, Horn Island played a key role as an Allied air base and was bombed 8 times by the Japanese, making it the second most bomb-placed in Australia after Darwin. Today, around 500 people live here. Most of them are indigenous Torres Straits Islanders, and the island is home to the region's main airport, connecting the outer islands to the mainland. While we were there, we took the chance to explore a bit and stumbled upon some surprisingly cheap bananas. Thanks to a freight rebate on fresh foods and essentials, you get a 20% discount at checkout, although this doesn't apply to things like lollies or chocolates. We picked up nearly 2 kilos of perfectly ripe bananas for just $3, ideal for smoothies, milkshakes, and baking. We spent a couple days on Horn Island before the perfect stretch of a weather window came up for our next leg of the journey. Hi, good morning. We are just leaving Horn Island. We are setting off and we are headed across the Gulf of Carpentaria. This is going to be a 2.5-3 day passage, 350 nautical miles, all the way across the Gulf to Gove, Nhulunbuy. We are making our way between the islands currently. We've got Thursday Island over here and we've got Prince of Wales Island behind us. But right now we're just passing the hospital on TI, on Thursday Island. But the really cool thing about this hospital is that they've got a helipad right here on the water. That's it right there, and it's all lit up with green lights. And if you have an emergency on one of the islands at nighttime, they've got carers and first responders over there on each of the islands, but then you'll get taken care of by them. And then if it's really serious and you need to be taken to the hospital, you'll get helicoptered over. And it's really cool because all the islands are so close, but yeah, you get helicoptered straight over. That's the main mode. The helipad's just there. Pretty cool. We're leaving the east coast of Australia behind and setting out across the mighty Gulf of Carpentaria. The Gulf is wide and relatively shallow, with an average depth of just 55 meters, which means things can get messy fast if the wind and swell don't play nice. But when it's good, it can be glorious sailing. There's something really special about crossing the Gulf. It's wild, it's empty, it's humbling. There's no land, just endless horizon and the deep sense that you're really out there. So we are just currently passing Booby Island at the moment. This is that one right there, which has a really cool cave in it that they used to use for mail back in the day. At high tide, the water level didn't fully submerge the cage and there's an area in there, so they used to use it for post, which is really cool. Sam's been in there before and you can row in there. But yeah, there's lots of booby birds, hence the name Booby Island. But we're well underway now. We've got the main up, 2 reefs in the main, and we've got the head sail out. And Booby Island is our last island we're going to be seeing until we get to the other side of the Gulf. It's the last piece of land we'll see. It's quite beautiful with the lighthouse on it, a few palm trees, nice and beautiful. And this is also the pilot boarding ground area for the Torres Straits. So we're a little ways from Booby Island now. It's just far in the distance there. You can still see it on the horizon, but we are just now passing a cargo ship. So we've just bared away to starboard to give them a bit more room, and then we'll go back on course after we've passed. But Sam just had a chat with them on the radio, and I just told them that we'll give them some space. This is pretty cool how close we are to them. We're close. Pretty cool. We've got dolphins off the bow. Here they come. And just like that, it's the start of night one. The sun is dipping below the horizon, and we're getting ready to settle in for the night. There's no light pollution out here, there's no cities, no towns, just the open ocean. So the sky is really putting on a show. The stars are starting to come out and the moon is lighting up the sea. It's one of those surreal moments where everything feels calm, quiet, and just a bit magical. So it is currently 2 a.m. My shift is the 12 to 3, and we're sailing along nicely. Sea state is quite nice, and sails are looking good. It's been quite peaceful, and you can see a lot of the stars and the moon tonight, which is really quite beautiful. The moon is quite huge up ahead. It's been a really peaceful sail so far. We caught a fish on the hand line, a tuna. Sam's just filleting it at the moment, and then we're gonna have fish for lunch. Friday afternoon, day 2 of the sail across the Gulf. Oh, there he goes! And we picked up a hitchhiker. Just picked up a booby bird, but I just scared him off. He's over there. He's been circling the boat for a little while, and yeah, then he came in and he landed. It's just behind me. Man, they fly fast. But yeah, that's a good sign. It means we're getting close to land. From night 2 of the passage. So we're just currently sailing along. We still have the booby bird up there. It's a really nice night tonight, and we're just sailing along with the staysail. Had a few sail changes today. The moon's out, quite a few stars, and the sea stays really nice. Morning of day 3, and there's land in sight. This is a pretty unique spot. It's not your typical palm-fringed anchorage like you'd find on the East Coast. This is a working port, built to support the bauxite mine nearby. There are massive ore ships anchored offshore and a wharf to load the ships that's just out from the land. A lot of cruising boats pass through here for the natural harbor, either after their jump across the Gulf or as a stop before the big hop. The Northern Territory itself has its own vibe. Red dirt, rugged landscapes, and wide open spaces. It's raw, wild, and beautiful in a totally different way from the East Coast. You'll also see plenty of fishing boats up here, as the fishing is next level. It's one of the most remote ports in the country, and for us, we're excited to be here, keen to catch up with friends who now live here, and excited to explore the area and soak in this new chapter of the adventure. Alright guys, welcome to Gove. We've just set up, getting ready to pick up a mooring. Friends that live here have a mooring, so they've offered us that. So they gave us the coordinates, put it into the chart, and now we're going to have a look for the mooring balls. Mooring setups are not always the same. Some have floating pickup buoys, others have a grab line, sometimes there's a loop, and sometimes there's just a long rope. Sometimes there's a cluster of buoys, and sometimes there's a shackle. This one had a solid shackle attachment point, so once we got a good look at it and got it on board, we adjusted our bridle to fit the setup. A couple of tweaks, a bit of teamwork on the bow, and we were safely secured. We got the mooring! Thank you so much for sailing with us across the mighty Gulf of Carpentaria. Next week, grab a coffee and come along for a caffeine-fueled adventure as we explore Nhulunbuy and set sail for the wild or remote Wessel Islands. A huge shout out and thank you to our amazing Patreons. Your support means the world to us and truly makes all of this possible. If you would like to join the crew on Patreon, you'll find a link in the pinned comment and in the description box below. Thank you again for watching, and we'll catch you all same time next week.